bench.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another?
From your perspective, just what you saw on that play, how you interpreted what happened.
Basketball play, refs got it right.
Because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game.
She was crowned the face of the WNBA before she ever played a pro game. Her image was everywhere. Billboards, commercials, viral interviews. But when the All-Star votes rolled in, Angel Reese didn't even crack the top 10. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the so-called controversial rival, didn't just make the cut. She dominated the fan vote. So what happened? Was this a simple case of performance versus hype? Or did the fans just call the WNBA's bluff? If this already sounds wild, make sure to like the video and drop a comment below. Who do you think deserved more fan support? Because once you see what really happened behind the headlines, you might never trust the narrative again. The hype machine. Let's rewind for a second. In the months leading up to the WNBA season, Angel Reese was everywhere. She wasn't just being covered, she was being celebrated, platformed, pushed. From sports media to lifestyle magazines, Reese was positioned as the breakout star of women's basketball. Forbes literally described her, alongside Aja Wilson, as the driving force behind the WNBA's growth. And what made this interesting is that in many of those articles, Caitlin Clark wasn't even mentioned, despite the fact that Clark was pulling in record-breaking TV ratings, selling out arenas, and delivering eye-popping performances every game. But still, Reese was the one appearing in national ad campaigns. She was the one being called the future. The league's social media pages pushed her college highlights relentlessly. Mainstream shows praised her unapologetic confidence. Brands lined up. Interviews exploded. The WNBA seemed to place all its chips on one player. On paper, it looked like a marketing slam dunk. The numbers say otherwise. But then came the votes. When the first returns of the WNBA All-Star fan voting came in, the reality didn't match the narrative. Angel Reese? Not first, not second, not fifth. She was 13th. Despite months of constant visibility, heavy promotion, and endless media segments, Reese didn't even break the top 10. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark? She topped the list with over 516,000 votes. That's more than triple Angel Reese's total of 173,000. And here's where it gets even crazier. Total fan voting is way up compared to last year. Meaning, fans didn't stay silent. They didn't forget to vote. They just didn't vote the way the league expected. They voted for the players actually delivering on the court. Media versus reality. So how did we get here? Why would the WNBA and media outlets push so hard for a narrative the fans clearly weren't buying? Let's be real, Angel Reese is charismatic. She's confident. She owns the spotlight. But the disconnect between how the media frames her and how fans respond is loud. And in this case, unavoidable. Reese said in interviews that she's the reason people are watching women's basketball. She talked legacy. She said she'll look back in 20 years and be able to say, "We're watching women's basketball because of me, too." That type of confidence makes for great headlines. But it only works when the performance backs it up. And so far, it hasn't. Fans aren't responding to personality alone. They're responding to results. They want skill, grit, game-changing moments. And Clark? She's been doing that since day one. The performance gap. Let's talk numbers. Angel Reese is currently shooting 30.9% from the field, second worst among all qualified WNBA players. For a post player, that's not just low, it's alarming. Post players are supposed to thrive on high percentage shots near the rim. Missing over 2/3 of your attempts? That's not all-star material. In terms of shot blocking, 2 total blocks this season. Playmaking? Minimal. 3-point shooting? Not part of her game. Now, to be fair, she's dominating the boards. Her rebounding is elite. She's physical, relentless, and leads the league in that category. But in today's WNBA, you need more than one skill. Reese is hustling, no question. But the scoring just isn't there, and fans are noticing.
Championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me,
What fans really voted for? Let's compare. Aaliyah Boston, 447,000 votes. Kiki Iriafen, over 213,000 votes as a rookie. Players like Nafessa Collier, Kelsey Mitchell, and Sabrina Ionescu, all in the top ranks. Why? Because they're well-rounded. They score, they defend, they lead. They show up consistently. Their impact is felt on every possession, not just on the glass. Fans didn't fall for the hype machine. They didn't care who had more followers. They cared who changed the game. Caitlin Clark, love her or hate her, has done just that. She's had multiple 20-plus point nights, buzzer beaters, and highlight reel assists. She brings something different every game, and fans rewarded that. Meanwhile, Reese's style? Scrappy, but limited, and it's not enough. The WNBA's marketing misfire. So, what did the WNBA do wrong? They tried to manufacture a superstar before the resume was ready. Instead of letting Reese grow into a balanced player, they rushed the narrative. They put her at the front of the parade before she'd earned that spot on the floor. And fans, especially in today's social media world, can smell that from a mile away. It's not about whether Angel Reese can be a star. It's about when she's ready and whether she delivers. You can't sell greatness. You have to show it. And in this case, the fans weren't fooled. Can Angel Reese turn this around? So where does this leave her? Honestly, the story's far from over. Reese is only in her rookie season. She's got drive, she works hard, and her rebounding instincts are world-class. The potential is absolutely there. But potential doesn't get all-star votes. Production does. If Reese develops her shot, improves efficiency, and becomes a true two-way threat, this entire narrative could flip. The league wants her to succeed. The media wants a rivalry with Clark, and fans will support her if the game evolves. But she has to meet them halfway. A wake-up call. The All-Star vote wasn't just about one player. It was a statement. It exposed a gap between what fans value and what the league promotes, between hype and substance, between storylines and stats. Angel Reese is not a failure. She's not done. But the league's attempt to fast-track her stardom before the numbers backed it up, that backfired. And Caitlin Clark, through all the noise, drama, and criticism, just kept balling. She let her game speak, and the fans listened, loud and clear. So what happens now? Does the WNBA adjust its approach to star building? Will Reese evolve her game to match the attention? Or was this all-star vote a warning sign that hype alone isn't enough? We'll find out. But one thing's for sure. In the world of women's basketball, the fans are paying attention, and they're voting with their eyes, not just the headlines. What surprised you the most about the All-Star vote? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more brutally honest breakdowns like this one, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started.